Good morning, my name is Matthew Hugo from Weather Commerce, and this is this morning's weather briefing on Friday the 15th of April. Today's weather brief will cover a summary on West European 5-day average temperatures, the UK, Europe, Scandinavian precipitation, and finally global weather alerts. We'll start by taking a summarised look at the mean surface temperatures across Europe, and today there has been generally little change compared with yesterday, with mean surface temperatures forecast to be either near or trending slightly above climate averages between 1 and 3 degrees, particularly across central and western areas of Europe in particular. Also, just as a quick reminder, please note that the best performing model is shown in yellow and that the climate average is the temperature within the middle of the pie charts. Between days 6 and 10 there is a slight trend today for temperatures to be more significantly above climate averages, with the majority of the available forecast models signalling temperatures to be at least 2 to 4 degrees above climate norms, again particularly across central and western areas of Europe in particular. And finally, within the short term, over the next 2 to 5 days, confidence levels are high given continued model agreement for temperatures to be either near or trending slightly above climate averages across western areas of Europe, with many central and particularly eastern areas of Europe, including Austria for example, to have temperatures trending at least 2 to 4 degrees below climate norms. And now taking a look at the United Kingdom expected temperatures, and starting within the next 2 to 5 days, confidence levels are high given very good model agreement for temperatures to be trending slightly above climate averages by 1 or perhaps 2 degrees at very most. And looking at the 6 to 10 day time period, there is quite low confidence today given that there is quite a wide spread and variety of possible temperature outcomes from the various forecast models. The latest GFS ensembles and deterministic models drop temperatures to near or perhaps slightly below climate averages, yet the EC ensembles and the EC deterministic models, however, have temperatures running slightly above climate averages. I expect that a middle ground is likely, and temperatures will be generally near or perhaps trending slightly above climate averages, but only by 1 or 2 degrees. Finally, within the longer term, as we move beyond the weekend of the 23rd and the 24th of April, confidence levels are medium at best, given that once again there is model divergence, with the latest GFS deterministic models taking temperatures at least 3 or 4 degrees above climate averages. However, I expect that the EC ensembles, which is in agreement with the GFS ensembles, is the most likely outcome, with temperatures either near or trending slightly above climate averages by 1 or 2 degrees. Also taking a look at the latest UK ECMWF 32-day ensemble forecast comparison chart as issued overnight, you'll see that the latest ECMWF forecast, as represented by the solid red line, takes temperatures near to climate average during the latter stages of April, and then also drops temperatures to slightly below climate norms into the opening week or 2 weeks of May. And now taking a look at the expected temperatures across Europe, and between days 11 and 15 there is generally no significant changes today compared with recent days, with temperatures generally trending slightly above climate averages between 1 and 3 degrees, particularly across central and western areas of Europe. The latest France model comparison graph helps to illustrate this situation. As you can see within the highlighted red circle, the majority, if not all, of the available forecast models do signal temperatures to be trending slightly above climate averages by at least 1 to 2 degrees. Between days 6 and 10 there is a slight change today, and that is the majority of the available forecast models are signalling that temperatures may well be more considerably above climate averages, particularly across central and western areas of Europe, with some of the forecast models having temperatures at least 3 to 4 degrees above climate averages. The latest Benelux model comparison graph illustrates this change, and as you can see within the highlighted red circle, despite some uncertainty between the specific forecast models, the majority of them do signal temperatures to be at least 2 or 3 degrees above climate averages. And I expect that many central and western areas of Europe in particular will experience more significantly above average temperatures within the 6 to 10 day time period. And finally, over the short term, over the next 2 to 5 days, confidence levels are high given that there has been no significant changes today, with the majority of central and western areas of Europe once again continuing to have temperatures either near or just trending slightly above climate averages, yet eastern areas of Europe in particular are likely to be quite cool, with temperatures at least 3 to 4 degrees below climate norms. The latest Austria model comparison graph, which is representative of more eastern areas of Europe, does signal that there is high confidence, given very good model agreement, that temperatures will be at least 3 or 4 degrees below climate averages over the next 2 to 5 days. Now taking a look at Scandinavian precipitation totals, and there has been little change compared with yesterday, but over the next 5 to 7 days, with the exception of far western and northwestern areas of Norway, which is expected to experience well above average precipitation totals, the remainder of Scandinavia is forecast to be settled with below average precipitation totals. Within the longer term, as we move beyond and towards the end of April, High pressure is forecast to maintain drier than average conditions across most areas of Scandinavia, but particularly across central and southern areas of Sweden and also Finland. I'm now taking a look at global weather alerts, which highlight significant deviations from normal. And there's been no change today, with the forecast predictions for well below average precipitation across many central and western areas of Australia over the next 7 to 14 days at least. Little or no measurable rainfall is expected, and also drought-like conditions are a distinct possibility. In contrast, further excessive amounts of precipitation are forecast across many central and western areas of the United States over the next 7 to 14 days, with perhaps as much as 5 or 6 inches of rainfall, with also the threat of some severe thunderstorms and perhaps even tornadoes. And finally, some well above average precipitation totals are also forecast across southern areas of Brazil, with an excess of 200 to 300% of normal, and particularly in and around the Rio Grande do Sul. Thank you for listening to today's weather brief. Goodbye.